let us work with the formulas of the Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, always formula starts with the equal sign. For example, in this spreadsheet, if you want to find sum of B1 to B8 cell, you have to give equal to sum B1 to B8. This way you are going to find the sum. Now, in the Python, if you want to update the B9 cell with the sum of B1 to B8, you have to give sheet of B9 equal to sum of B1 to B8, which replaces B9 with the sum of B1 to B8. Now we see the code. Here, first active sheet of the workbook. Reference of active sheet is stored to variable sheet or is stored to object sheet. Now sheet of A1 equal to 200. Stores 200 in the A1 cell. Sheet of A2 equal to 300. Stores 300 in the A2 cell. Next, sheet of A3 equal to sum of A1 to A2. Finds the sum of A1 and A2. You know that the formula is given inside the single quote and result stored in the A3 cell. Then the workbook is saved by using wb.save with the file name. Now look at this code. If you want to get the content of A3 cell, then you can once again import OpenPyExcel and load the workbook, write formula.excel file and then get active sheet by using workbook reference object and store the reference to sheet. Sheet of A3 dot value displays value of A3 cell, which is nothing but formula, that is sum of A1 to A2. Next, here load the workbook. Once again write formula.xlx, and if you want to load only data, if you don't want to see the formula, you can see here in this previous program, if you select a sheet A3 dot value, it gives the formula, but here if you select a sheet A3 dot value, it gives the value not formula, because you are given here during loading the workbook a parameter data only equal to true. Okay, sheet equals wb data only dot get active sheet, gives reference to active sheet, but its value is 500 because data only is true. Next, adjusting rows and columns. How to adjust rows and columns means first setting the row height and column width. In the Excel, if you want to set the row height, see here, sheet of A1, nothing but it's going to refer the cell A1 and storing the value tall row, and cell B2 holding the value wide column. Next, sheet dot row dimensions 1 dot height set to 70. Height of the sheet of particular row, first row is set to 70. So here row index is 1, indicates it is second row, not first row. First row is having row index 0. Next, column dimensions b dot width indicates second column dot width. Width of the b column is set to 20. Okay. Height of second row is 70, width is 20, and then saving the file with this row height and column width. Okay. See, this way the height of the row 1 and width of the column B is changed. Next we see merging and unmerging cells. Okay, and in the current workbook, if you want to merge the cells A1 to D3, you can see the output. A1 to D3 cell is merged. Afterwards, after merging, whatever value you store is stored in the merged cell. Next, sheet that merges cells C5 to D5, C5 to D5, C5 to D5. Two columns are merging, and you are storing the result or some value to merged cells in the C5. Then save the workbook by using WorkBook.Save and by giving file name. Now, next one is unmerged cells. Unmerged cells unmerges the merged cells. Whatever we merged, it unmerges. And then save the file in the merged.xlx. See here, we are opening merged.xlx and getting current sheet, and we are unmerging and saving. Next is FreezePanes. You know that spreadsheets are too large to be displayed all at once. If we freeze some top rows or left columns on the screen, then column address can be kept unscrolled. Okay, keeping any rows and columns unscrolled is possible through FreezePanes. Now you see, sheet dot FreezePanes equal to A2. It freezes till A2, indicates row 1. Next, sheet dot FreezePanes B1. It freezes the pane till B, column B and row 1. See here, sheet dot FreezePanes A2 indicates up to A2 means before A2 whatever there, before A2, that is row 1 is freezed. If you tell sheet dot FreezePanes B1, before B1 indicates column A will be freezed. Sheet dot FreezePanes equal to C1. Both column A and B before column C is freezed. Sheet dot FreezePanes equal to C2. row 1 and column A and B, because here up to C2. Up to C2 means before C, column A and B, and then before 2, that is row 1. Row 1 and column A and B will be freezed. Sheet.FreezePane A1 or sheet.FreezePanes none. No frozen panes. No frozen. Now you see, you have to freeze the panes by using sheet reference dot FreezePanes equal to the cell address A2 indicates before A column no column is there, before A2 row 1 is there, means row 1 is freezed and file is saved. Next we see, this way we can freeze panes of the workbook. The effect of freeze panes we see in this Excel file. For example, in this Excel file there are number of columns and number of rows. If we select a freeze panes and then freeze panes, then whatever cells at the left side of current cell is D8, at the left there is column CBA, and whatever rows before row 8, that is A1 to A7 will be freezed. Now to see the effect, if you scroll through, see this heading till 7th row is unscrolled. As you scroll through, number of names or different names. Columns also you can see serial number and ESN are unscrolled. This type of facility is useful if a spreadsheet contains big data, more number of rows and more number of columns. This FreezePanes facility is useful. Thus in Python we can work with the FreezePanes.